okay, for your salvation. Okay, so what I want to do is go to the blue letter, because we do use the blue letter. We do look up words, okay, in the Bible. We go into the Hebrew and the Greek, so we do look up words to get more understanding of the scriptures. Because that's what you got to do as an Israelite coming back to this truth. You have to look up words, okay, to get to understand the meaning of the word, right? So we're looking up the word vocation. Okay, this is the Greek. Places. That's how you say it in the Greek. Places. Okay? And that's vocation in the English. In the Strong's G 2821. Places. Right? And it means a calling, an invitation. Okay? That's what it means, a calling. So, vocation, okay, in the Greek, places, right? And that's what that means. So we got an understanding of what Paul was saying to the Ephesians, you know, the Israelites that was in Ephesians, right? So we speak that to you, Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans. This is a calling, and you walk in the spirit, man. Coming back to your nationality, man, and you show godly character, man, and you show gratitude, right? And you show integrity and walk in the spirit, okay, of YAHAWASHI. You know? So we jumping, right, to Peter. You see what we can get out of Peter, right? See what we get out of Peter. Alright, this is Peter's. What was I at? First, what I want. See what we get out of 1 Peter. Right? 1 Peter chapter 2. 1 Peter chapter 2, right? So what I want to do is go to 1 Peter chapter 2, right? Alright, we're going to go to 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 20. It says, "For what glory is it if, when ye be buffeted for your faults, ye shall take it patiently? But if when ye do well and suffer for it, ye take it patiently, this is acceptable with YAHAWASHI." So if you catching it and going through it and you suffering, this is acceptable in the eyes of YAHAWASHI, because you're doing it because, you're going through it because you're serving them, okay? You can be getting jacked up for doing wrong, but how much more how much more of a blessing is it that when you're getting jacked up because you're serving YAHAWASHI and true to sincerity, you're walking in the spirit, so in godly characteristics, man. Okay? So I'll read that again. This is 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 20. "For what glory is it if ye be buffeted for your fault, ye shall take it patiently. But if when ye do well and suffer for it, ye take it patiently, this is acceptable with YAHAWASHI," right? Verse 21. "For even hereunto were ye called, because of Mashiach also suffered for us, leaving us an example that ye should follow his steps," man. So YAHAWASHI went through it and he got sacrificed, and that was acceptable in the eyes of YAHAWASHI, and he got blessed and he got glorified. So you going through it, you're going to be blessed and be glorified, because that's acceptable when you're suffering for YAHAWASHI, man. Okay? So you stand firm in the faith, man. Okay? And one mind with the rest of the Israelites around the world in truth and sincerity, man. And walk in the spirit, man. And don't forsake YAHAWASHI and become the opposition, man. Okay? I'll read that again. This 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 20. For what glory is it if, when ye be buffeted for your fault, ye shall take it patiently? But if when ye shall do well and suffer for it, ye take it patiently, this is acceptable with YAHAWASHI. For even hereunto where ye call, because of Mashiach also suffered for us, leaving us an example that ye should follow his steps. Right? We should always follow YAHAWASHI's steps. Right? So we're going to look up this word buffeted. Right? So we can get an understanding of that in the Blue Letter Bible. Peter's. Where we at? Peter's. Where you at, Peter's? Peter's. What was that? Chapter 1? What was that? Peter chapter 1. What was I at? Peter, no, that was Peter chapter 2, verse 20. Right? Peter's. Let me go back out. Chapter 2. Verse 20. See what we can get out of this buffeting. Alright, we're looking at the word buffeting in the Greek, in the Blue Letter Bible. Alright? See what we can get.
Strong's J 2852.
Calavizo, right? And that's buffeted in the English. Calavizo in the Greek, in the strong G, meaning strong Greek number 2852, right? And it's to strike with the fist, to give one a blow with the fist. So buffeted, basically, meaning basically the meaning is to get beat up, man, by YAHAWASHI, man, in the world. That's the attributes of YAHAWASHI, man. One of the characteristics of YAHAWASHI is really to beat you up, man. You know, whether you're doing right or wrong, it's still one of the attributes of YAHAWASHI, man. It's just to beat you up, man. So you would grow in the spirit and continue trusting and fearing in him, man, and suffer, man. You know? But that's one of the attributes of YAHAWASHI. You going through it, man, you getting beat up. Hey, it's YAHAWASHI that's doing it to you so he can make you stronger, man. And braver, man. And trusting in him in faith and stand more firm in the faith. That's what it's about. I'm laughing, but it's real, man. You know, but we all get beat up, man. We all get buffeted, man. We all get buffeted, man. Woo, we all get buffeted, man. But we gotta keep it moving, man. Keep it moving. Survive and outlast the dumbest, man. Survive and outlast the dumbest, man. You know, it's alright, so we know what buffeting is. This should be to strike with the fist, man. So we know what buffeting is. Get beat up mentally and physically, man. Okay? You know, get beat up, man. So I go back out, right? And read that, and then we're gonna jump in the spirit. This is 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 20. For what glory is it if when ye be buffeted, beat up with the fist for your faults, ye shall take it patiently? But if when ye do well and suffer for it, ye take it patiently, this is acceptable with YAHAWASHI. So if you get beat up, that's acceptable, you know what I'm saying, with YAHAWASHI. You having godly character, you having integrity, you standing firm in the faith, you being brave for YAHAWASHI. And you getting beat up, hey, that's acceptable in the eyes of YAHAWASHI. You shall receive a reward, man, because that's what happened to YAHAWASHI. He was glorified, man, even though he was getting beat up, and he was blessed, even though he was getting beat up, man, mentally and physically. You know, this is verse 21. For even unto where ye called, hey, because that's our vocation, man, you know, because, I mean, for even hereunto where ye called, because of Mashiach also suffered for us, leaving us an example that ye should follow his steps, man. You know, and walk in the spirit, man, and suffer patiently, man. You know, even though you're gonna deal with opposition in this world, man, even though you're gonna go through it and get beat up with the fist by YAHAWASHI, but you're supposed to suffer patiently, man. You know, that's acceptable in the eyes of YAHAWASHI, serving him. Serving them. So we're gonna jump, all right, John 13th chapter, until we get out of this. Oh, let me check my battery. We good for right now. This is John, right? That time be rolling when I'm out here, that time be rolling. It may not seem like, you know, that it's not rolling, but it's rolling. It may not seem that we be out here for a while, but yes we do, man. That time be rolling, man. Okay? This is this is John, right? That's why I was going. John chapter 13, verse, see if we can get out of this. John chapter 13, verse 15. For I have given you an example that ye should do as I have done to you. Verse 16. Verily, verily, I say unto you that the servant is not greater than his Lord, neither he that is sent greater than he that sent him. So, examples of YAHAWASHI set in these scriptures for us, that's what we follow. The example that YAHAWASHI showed in these scriptures, being patient, you know, suffering for righteousness' sake, you know, he was blessed and glorified for that. That's what he knew, that was acceptable in the eyes of Yahweh. Okay? The Most High. He knew that was acceptable, man. Okay? So he did that knowing through faith that he was going to be glorified and get them blessings, man. Okay? To be called the Son of the Most High and the King of Israel, man. You know? This is John chapter 13, verse 15. For I have given you an example that ye should do as I have done to you. Verse 16. Verily, verily, truly, truly, I say unto you that the servant is not greater than his Lord, neither he that is sent greater than he that sent him. So we're going to go through it, man. But, just like YAHAWASHI went through it, and if ye endure all that, the ops and being buffeted, if you endure getting hit with blows in this world, all right, you're going to be glorified like YAHAWASHI was, man. And get the blessings, man. And be a ruler in the kingdom of heaven, man. Up under YAHAWASHI, King David, you know, and set thrones, man. That's what it's going to be. So we jumping. The men, we jumping, man. And having the spiritual power, man. You know? Man. This is, we jumping. How far I want to go? Alright, I go to verse 17 too. It says, if ye know these things, happy are ye if ye do them. See that? Man. Because we know the outcome through the Spirit, man. We know the outcome, man. We know the outcome. I'm going to read that one more time. This is John chapter 13, verse 15. For I have given you an example that ye should do as I have done to you. Verse 16, verily, verily, I say unto you, the servant is not greater than his Lord, neither he that is sent greater than he that sent him. Verse 17, if ye know these things, happy are ye if ye do them, man. You see? Because we know the outcome, man. Having the characteristics, you know, YAHAWASHI, having integrity, man, being brave, man, you know, knowing right from wrong, man, in the spirit, you know, and that's it, man. That's it, man. Walking in the spirit, man. Walking in the spirit and having faith, man. Okay? I'll read that again. This is John chapter 13, verse 17. If ye know these things, happy are ye if ye do them. That's it, man. We jumping. We jumping, man. This is Jeremiah, right? This is Jeremiah chapter 7. See what we can get out of this. Jeremiah chapter 7. Let me see where we at on the time. Alright. Jeremiah chapter 7, right? See what we can get out of this. Jeremiah chapter 7, verse 23. Jeremiah chapter 7, verse 23. But this thing commanded I them, saying, obey my voice, and I will be your power. YAHAWASHI, and ye shall be my people, and walk ye in all the ways that I have commanded you, that ye may be well, that it may be well with you. Right? Verse 24. But they hearken not, but they hearken not, nor incline their ears, but walked in their own, in the, Salaki, I'll read that again. This is Jeremiah chapter 7, verse 24. But they hearken not, nor incline their ears, but walked in the counsel and in their imagination of their evil hearts, and went backwards, not forward. That's 2/3 of Jake, man. You're gonna have the opposition like that all day long, man. You're gonna have that, man, in this truth, man. Even your own mother, your brother, your cousin, man, you're gonna have that, man. Your children, you're gonna have that, man. You're gonna have that. You're gonna deal with that. You know, your closest friends, you're gonna deal with that, man. That you had in the world, you're gonna deal with that. Okay? It's gonna be a separation, man. It's gonna be a separation when you applying these scriptures and standing firm in the name of YAHAWASHI, coming back to your nationality, man. You're gonna deal with that, man. And the Heavenly Father and His Son knows best, man. Okay? He knows best, and He's showing you the true color of the people that's around you, man, that they don't believe, and YAHAWASHI like that, man. If they not, you know, walking in the spirit, okay? They don't believe like that. This is Jeremiah chapter 7, verse 23. But this thing commanded I them, saying, obey my voice, and I will be your power, meaning YAHAWASHI, and ye shall be my people, the Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, and walk ye in all the ways that I have commanded you, that ye may be well, that it may be well unto you. Verse 24. But they hearken not. These Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans don't listen, nor incline their ears, but walk in the counsel. And what counsel? In their own counsel. And walk in the counsel of the heathen nations around them, right? And in their imagination, do whatever they want to do, okay? Of their evil heart, of their mind, man. The imagination of their evil mind, man. And went backwards, serving idols, participating in celebrating birthday, celebrating Thanksgiving, celebrating 4th of July, celebrating Easter, celebrating Christmas, you know, being lesbians, being homosexuals, man, you know, being lesbians, being sodomites, you see? And went backwards, not forward. Look at that, man. Went backwards, not forward, man. And going backwards is death and destruction, man. You see? Let me see what I can get out of that in a different translation. Jeremiah chapter 7, verse 24. Alright, this is Jeremiah chapter 7, verse 24, right? Let me see something here, let me see something here. Let me see. Yeah. Alright. This is Jeremiah 7 and 24, right? This is the New International Version. It says, but they did not listen, but they did not, this is a New International Version, right? In Jeremiah 7 and 24, right? It says, but they did not listen, the Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, or paid attention. Instead, they followed the stubborn inclinations of their evil hearts. They went backward and not forward. In other words, the Most High wanted them to go the right way, but they went another way. Yeah, it's Jake, man. That's Jake, man. You see it every day, all day. Instead of them following the scriptures, they go a whole nother way, man. You see? They go backwards, man. Okay? This is the English Standard Version. But they did not obey or incline their ears, but walked in their own counsel, and the stubbornness of their evil heart, meaning their mind, and went backwards, not forward. You see? This is let me get to the Amplified. This is the Amplified Bible in Jeremiah 7 and 14, the Bible Hub, right? Different translation. It says, but they did not obey me or bend their ear to hear me, but followed the counsel and the stubbornnness of their own evil heart, mind, and they turned and went backwards instead of forward. So instead of them going forward and trusting in YAHAWASHI and standing firm, they went backwards in their own counsel and did the opposite. and became an op, man. You see, that's Jake. That Jake became an op to YAHAWASHI. And therefore, since you're going forward and following YAHAWASHI, they're op to you. They're the opposition to you. Man, that's Jake for you. That's Jake for you. You know? And you see it all day, every day. On the internet, in your daily lives, everywhere, man. Your job, everywhere, man. You see it all over the place, man. Jake have went backwards and not forward, man. They go another way instead of going forward, following YAHAWASHI, man. You see? Following after the heathen. They going backwards, man. That's Jake. That's Jake, man. So we going.